Hello friends, in my previous video I was talking about chapter 4 of class 10, that is carbon and its compound, and I have covered the topics homologous series, functional groups, nomenclature of carbon compounds and chemical properties of carbon compounds. And in this video I will discuss about some important carbon compounds, soaps and detergents, and cleansing agent of soap. Now first of all I will start with some important carbon compounds in which I will cover ethanol and acetic acid, ethanoic acid. So first of all, ethanol. The molecular formula of ethanol is C2H5OH. It has OH functional group. So what are the physical properties of ethanol? Ethanol is a colorless liquid with a pleasant smell. It is volatile in nature and have low boiling point. Commonly it is called as alcohol, and it is an active ingredient of all alcoholic drinks. It is soluble in water due to the presence of hydroxyl group, which is polar in nature. It is a good solvent, therefore it is also used in medicines such as cough syrup, many tonics. A small quantity of pure alcohol can be lethal. It is harmful for human beings. So ethanol that contains 5% of water is called as rectified spirit, which is a commercial alcohol, whereas 100% pure alcohol is termed as absolute alcohol. Now what are the chemical properties of ethanol? So first of all, the oxidation, which is controlled combustion. So the oxidation of ethanol takes place in the presence of alkaline KMnO4 and acidified dichromate to give ethanoic acid. So what are oxidizing agents? Those substances which are capable of adding oxygen to the others are known as oxidizing agent. So oxidizing agent reduce itself and they oxidizes other. So here dichromate and alkaline KMnO4 are acting as an oxidizing agent because they oxidize alcohol to ethanoic acid. Now the second reaction is reaction with sodium. When ethanol reacted with sodium, it leads to the formation of sodium ethoxide with the evolution of hydrogen gas. The third reaction is the removal of dehydration, which is the removal of water. So in dehydration, ethanol is heated in the presence of conc H2SO4 at 443 Kelvin, and it leads to the formation of ethene with the removal of water molecule. Here conc H2SO4 is acting as a dehydrating agent, means which removes water from ethanol to form ethene. So the use of ethanol is as follows. Ethanol is used in the manufacture of paints, medicines, etc. Ethanol is used as a solvent. It is also used in medicines. It is also used as a fuel in cars along with petrol. So there are some harmful effects of alcohol. So the alcohol slows down the activity of nervous system and brain, due to which the judgment of a person can be impaired and his reaction becomes slow. Secondly, heavy drink of alcohol makes a person alcohol addicted, and it also heavy drinking of alcohol over a long period of time can also lead to the damage of liver, heart and even brain, and can cause cirrhosis disease. Now the question arises, why methanol is harmful for us? So when a person takes methanol internally, it can damage the optic nerve that causes the permanent blindness in a person, and methanol get oxidized to methanol in the liver of a person, and then it reacts with the cell and leads to the coagulation, and due to this cell stops functioning normally and ultimately it causes the death of the person. Then the second question is, what is denatured alcohol? To prevent the misuse of industrial alcohol, some small amount of poisonous substances like methanol or copper sulfate is added to the alcohol so that the misuse of the alcohol can be prevented. So dyes are used to give the color to the alcohol so that they can be identified easily, and this is termed as a denatured alcohol. Now the second important carbon compound is ethanoic acid. The molecular formula of ethanoic acid is CH3COOH. Here are the physical properties of ethanoic acid. Its common name is acetic acid. 5 to 8% solution of acetic acid in water is termed as vinegar, which is used as a preservative in pickles. Second member of homologous series of carboxylic acid. After methanoic acid, ethanoic acid is the second member of carboxylic acid series. Then what is glacial acetic acid? When ethanoic acid or acetic acid is cooled and it freezes to form colorless ice-like solid, it is termed as glacial acetic acid. Now what are the chemical properties? So it turns blue litmus to red. Since it is an acid, therefore it turns blue litmus to red, and it is a weak acid and it ionizes partially in aqueous solution. Now what is esterification? Esterification is a reaction in which ethanoic acid reacts with alcohol in the presence of H2SO4 to form esters. So esters are sweet smelling substances which give fruity smell. Like this is the example: when ethanoic acid is treated with ethanol in the presence of conc H2SO4, it leads to the formation of ester, ethyl ethanoate. So here conc H2SO4 is acting as a dehydrating agent which removes water from ethanoic acid and ethanol. And these esters are used in making perfume flavoring agents. So now the second reaction is saponification. What is saponification? Saponification is the alkaline hydrolysis of esters. So when esters react in the presence of an acid or a base, we can get back alcohol and carboxylic acid, and this reaction is termed as saponification. So this reaction is also used for the preparation of soaps. This is the example of saponification reaction when ethyl ethanoate, which is an ester, is undergo hydrolysis in the presence of base. It gives back ethanol and ethanoic acid. So now the second reaction is reaction of ester with a base. So when acetic acid reacts with a base, it leads to the formation of sodium ethanoate, which is a salt, and release water. So it is a type of neutralization reaction. The third reaction is reaction with carbonates and hydrogen carbonates. So when acetic acid or ethanoic acid reacts with sodium carbonate or sodium bicarbonate, it leads to the formation of a salt, that is sodium ethanoate, with the evolution of carbon dioxide gas and formation of water. Now what are soaps and detergents? So soaps are the sodium and potassium salts of long chain fatty acid, that is carboxylic acid, that has cleansing property in water. Like the example is sodium stearate. So it is a sodium source of long chain stearic acid. So the soaps have a cleansing property in water, and soaps are basic in nature, that's why they turn red litmus to blue. So how the preparation of soaps take place? When fat or any oil which is an ester is treated with NaOH, when it heated, it leads to the formation of soap, which is a sodium or potassium source of fatty acid, with the formation of glycerol, which is an alcohol. So the structure of soap. So soap has two parts. One is ionic part, which is hydrophilic in nature, means which is water loving, like that is ionic part, carboxylic acid part. The second part is hydrocarbon part, which is the long chain of alkyl group, which is hydrophobic in nature and which is water hatred. So this can be the structure of soap, in which there is a long hydrocarbon part which is water insoluble, and this ionic part which is a water soluble part. The hydrocarbon part which is present in the soil is soluble in oil, so it is attached to the oil or grease that is present on dirty clothes. That in this way it acts as a cleansing agent. Now the ionic part is water soluble. So how the cleansing action of soap takes place? So when a soap is dissolved in water, it forms micelles. So what are micelles? Micelles are the spherical aggregation of soap molecule in soap solution. Here is the diagram. So when soap is dissolved in water, it's hydrophobic and directed towards the center, whereas the hydrophilic and directed outwards. So this is how soap micelle trap dirt particle. So when a dirty cloth is put in water containing dissolved soap, then the hydrocarbon end of the soap molecule in the micelle attached to the oil or grease that is present on the surface of the dirty cloth. Then this oil and grease present on the surface get entrapped by the soil micelles by using its hydrocarbon ends, and that get dispersed in water, due to which the soap becomes dirty. So water becomes dirty, but the cloth gets clean. That's how the soap acts as a cleansing agent. Now the question is why soap is not suitable for washing clothes with hard water. Generally, hard water contains calcium and magnesium salts. So when soap is added to hard water, it forms an insoluble precipitate which is called scum. Therefore, a large amount of soap is needed for washing clothes. Now, what is scum? Scum is formed by the action of hard water on soap that sticks to the cloth and thus interferes with the cleansing property of the soap and thus make cleansing difficult. Now, what are detergents? Detergents are the better cleansing agents in soaps. They are the ammonium and sulfonate salts of long chain carboxylic acids. They remain effective in hard water, means we can use detergents in hard water also. And they are also used for making shampoos and products for cloth cleaning. Detergents are effective in hard water because they do not form any insoluble precipitate with hard water which interferes in cleansing property.